Branden back. Time for more Branden's Boy Problems. Today's episode is about North versus South dating. It's a bit weird being back in the North after living in Atlanta for over 2 years, and dating is way different up here now that I've been in the South. I guess the biggest issue, well, not really issue, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's like a really big change in my life, and like, I don't know. It's like reconciling your past with the present, but also like, I'm definitely like a new person compared to like the last time I lived in the North as before moving to Atlanta, and just Atlanta definitely has changed me for the better, and I feel like it's different, I guess, navigating being in the North now. And I guess the biggest thing that is different is that after being in Atlanta, like I had pretty much only dated, had sex with, and been with like Black men, and now I feel like that's my preference, but I also feel like I've never really had racial preferences, and I've always been open-minded to every race and every ethnicity and never really had that issue. But I guess after being in Atlanta and like my only boyfriend was Black, and I've had way better luck with consistency and dating consistently with Black men than I ever had with any other race. So I feel like it's easier to connect, or I guess have something more long-term with someone that is also Black. And I guess that's just been my experience because that's what I've been with in the past 2.5 years. So even since moving back, like I've pretty much only been with Black guys. I mean, I haven't been with that many guys in general, but I do feel like since being back, I mean, I have been with a lot of guys, period. But since being back in the North, I feel like I have mostly interacted with Black men as sexual partners and even dates. And it's now, like, guess what I gravitate towards more, but also, I don't know. I am still want to be open. I want to be open to every race and every ethnic group. And I have always been open-minded. And I have lots of diverse tastes, diverse friends, diverse goals and experiences. And I feel like I'm open to finding the right person. But I just feel like now I definitely gravitate more towards Black men. And also I do feel like with Black guys, especially in the South, like, well, one better part about the North is I don't really feel bums as much anymore. Like, guys are more educated. They're more likely to have their own place, have their own car, transportation, which was not common in Atlanta, which I had to deal with lots of liars, frauds, and bums, even though granted guys are liars and frauds everywhere. But bums are definitely way more prevalent in the South, with just guys asking for money and handouts and don't have their own place and don't have their own transportation. And that is something I'm glad to leave behind me and not have to deal with much anymore. And I'm sure there are still guys that are. Well, I guess now I don't have any tolerance for bums, because in the South I was like, whatever, it's just like a hookup. But now I'm like, okay, I'm not driving to you knowing that you're never going to be able to drive to me, or like you're not mobile. Like, and also here I'm like, if we're not in a city, I don't know how you aren't mobile. Like, how do you get around? Like, you have to do something. But yeah, I guess I have raised my standards, hopefully, because I really do not want to deal with any more bums. I've dealt with enough to last me a lifetime, and I leave that behind me. Like, I want guys that have education, futures, careers, goals, travel, can do stuff with, fun stuff, can afford the nicer things, can afford to take me on nice dates. That's definitely something that I experience way more in the North, because in the South, I really feel like I went on dates and guys just expect to just chill and fuck and do whatever. But I feel like in the North, guys definitely are way more open to going on dates, even though I guess I haven't really had that many since I've been back. It is different. I don't know. It's like so weird to like talk about it, because I feel like I did talk about North versus South dating when I first moved to Atlanta. So it was like, I was coming from the North and like my experience is so different. But now after being in the South for so long, my experience is now different. Now that I'm having sex and like taking dick and like on prep and have actually been in a relationship before. And that is not something I had the last time I lived in the North. So yeah, I feel like in the North, you get better quality men. Even though I do also feel like in the North, people that do have careers and jobs, they don't maybe have as much time to date. Like, it's so much easier to date a guy that's a bum because there's nothing going on, so you can spend so much time together because it's not case anywhere to be. But when you do both have work and have careers, it is so much harder to like plan dates or spend time together and focus on dating when it's like we're both so busy and yeah, and you live further apart, have to like drive to like a different state or whatever. But it's all about putting in the effort and whatnot. And I do feel like I do prefer, I don't know. I don't even know if I can say I have a preference because I haven't been back long enough. And I don't even think I want to date anyone seriously here because it's like, I don't want to be here for that long. But I mean, I do maybe want to stay in the north. And like, I honestly have no idea what it's like dating in the west. I feel like LA is definitely diverse. So it's all about environmental things and what's around you and whatnot. Because it's like, of course, living in the South, you're going to encounter way more black men. Because like Atlanta is the blackest city in America, so it's pretty much black's the only option. But in the North, it's like I'm living somewhere where like there aren't as many black men, but it's like I feel like I can only really see myself now with a black man. But it's also like I'm not gonna not be open to other races. Like I'm still attracted to other races. It's just like fewer and far between than it used to be. It just completely switched when I was like not into black guys, when I was in everything else, and now it's like only into black guys. I'm not into everything else, but it's like in general I do feel like I'm still open to whoever enters my life that I can be fully attracted to and that is attracted to me. And plus when I go to Europe, like it's gonna be so diverse. Like I want a European man. I've always done better with foreigners. My very first hookup ever was Lebanese. My only boyfriend was African. So, I mean, I've always been open to new things, new cultures, new experiences. So, I guess we'll see what I end up with in the future, especially now being back somewhere that is more diverse and that black men are harder to find. So, yeah, we'll see how my love life plays out. Thanks for tuning in for this episode of Branden's Boy Problems.